spreading holiday cheer to your potential customers with our spectacular Christmas package designed to help your business shine during this festive season. We'll tailor our advertising solutions to match your unique business needs. Whether you're a cozy local shop, a trendy online store, or a bustling service provider, we've got something special for you. Plus, our packages are incredibly cost-effective, allowing you to get the most value for your marketing budget. But that's not all. When you choose our Christmas packages, you get ear-catching radio and eye-catching television spots that will keep your business on everyone's mind. Social media campaigns that will keep your followers engaged and excited. So what are you waiting for? This Christmas, make your business the star of the show and give your customers a reason to celebrate. Call us at 46 or visit our sales and marketing department to learn more about our Christmas packages. Together, let's make this holiday season truly magical for your business. Merry Christmas and happy business to you.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devin Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Get ready to ignite your Tuesday nights with a show that's as educational as it is entertaining. Welcome to Pleasure Pulse, your weekly guide to the world of sex education. Join Roma every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. exclusively on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. It's the perfect way to spice up your midweek routine and get answers to all your burning questions. Whether you're looking for relationship advice or curious about the art of intimacy, Roma's got you covered. Pleasure Pulse, every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. only on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. Don't miss out. Your sex education journey starts this Tuesday with Roma as your guide.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Pleasure Pulse. I'm your host, Roma Richardson, and I'm so happy that you have joined us this evening, this Tuesday, 12th December. I'm excited for the conversation tonight. I have a full house of guests here whom you'll meet soon. But of course, as usual, and my guests are here getting, settled in. But as usual, I give you some time to gather your troops, to rally everybody around so that you can all sit, tune into the conversation so that you don't miss anything. So maybe you were like, oh my God, Pleasure Pulse has started and you weren't sure of the time, you lost track of it. So I'm going to give you a minute or so to gather your crew, to gather everybody and tune in. Let them know that they should tune in to Pleasure Pulse. So we'll take a short break and then we'll be right back.
Get ready to ignite your Tuesday nights with a show that's as educational as it is entertaining. Welcome to Pleasure Pulse, your weekly guide to the world of sex education. Join Roma every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. exclusively on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. It's the perfect way to spice up your midweek routine and get answers to all your burning questions. Whether you're looking for relationship advice or curious about the art of intimacy, Roma's got you covered. Pleasure Pulse, every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. only on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. Don't miss out. Your sex education journey starts this Tuesday with Roma as your guide.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devin Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Get ready to ignite your Tuesday nights with a show that's as educational as it is entertaining. Welcome to Pleasure Pulse, your weekly guide to the world of sex education. Join Roma every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. exclusively on Sexuality Radio 96.1 FM. It's the perfect way to spice up your midweek routine and get answers to all your burning questions. Whether you're looking for relationship advice or curious about the art of intimacy, Roma's got you covered. Pleasure Pulse, every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Only on Sexuality Radio 96.1 FM. Don't miss out. Your sex education journey starts this Tuesday with Roma as your guide.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of Pleasure Pulse. I'm your host again, Roma Richardson, and this evening we're talking about body positivity and sexuality. So you know that this is a sex positive show. So everything here is focused on uplifting, amplifying, supporting the variety of needs, of desires, of personalities, of body types that exist in the realm of sexuality. And so this evening we're going to have a conversation that I've been waiting to have for a while about body positivity or body image and sexuality and the connections there. And I think this is a good time to have that conversation, especially as Carnival is coming up and all of us have been thinking about the body that we need to have for when we go on the road. So I have a full house here, as I mentioned, my guests, and I will let them introduce themselves, tell you a bit whatever they want to about who they are. So we can start with Lady in the Green.
Hi, I am Shianna Edgings, a body sculpting specialist and Mother Stush.
Wait, tell people what Stush is, because I don't know if everybody knows.
Stush is... No, I'm Mother Stush. The mother of Stush. Okay, like don't get too sad. And Stush is just an Afro-Caribbean word for posh, stylish, you know.
Okay, got you.
I'm Diloma Edgings. I'm an HR professional. And I guess I'm Baby Stush if you're a mommy Stush. You know, like Spice Girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I am Chris Lewis. I am a customer service rep. I am a fashion finster, shave stifler.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so my name is Huwella Edgings. I am Miss Stush or Stush Boss. I own a plus size boutique at Baker's Corner, House of Stush. Also, you know, I dabble a little bit in the medical.
You double from 9 to 5.
From 9 to 5.
Okay, all right. Thank you for those introductions. And anybody who has questions about the guests, I'm sure you can ask them online. So, thank you all for agreeing to join me on this episode in this conversation about body positivity and its connection to sexuality. So, you may have heard last names and realized that there are 3 people with the same last name here, and coincidentally they are my cousins, and last week I had my uncle on and the previous week as well, so it's becoming a family affair here. But that's also really cool because it's I think a special thing when, you know, people can evolve enough so that in their adulthood they're able to have these kinds of conversations with each other. So we're talking about body positivity or body image, and body image is just generally how you feel about yourself, your body, your perception of your body, the things that you say about your body to yourself, about your body, how you feel when you look in the mirror. Sometimes there are ways that we feel about our bodies that don't necessarily align with how our bodies actually look. So, you know, we might call those things body dysmorphia, and we're not necessarily going to talk about that specifically. It might come up in conversation, but today I really want to focus the conversation on our feelings about ourselves, any struggles that we've had with our bodies, and how we've gotten to the point where we are now. So I guess the first question then is, how is everybody feeling about their bodies nowadays? And if you want me to go first, I think I can go first for sure. So, I think my body has changed quite a bit over the last decade plus. There was a point where I was like a scrawny little 90-pound thing, and now I have, reached the point of like 120, 30 plus pounds, which is, still small for a lot of people. It's like, oh, what you're complaining for? But it is quite a bit heavier for me and what I've used to for the sizes, the clothes that I have, and things like that. So I think one thing about body image is that it's a very individual feeling and it's a very individual experience, because oftentimes, like, we look at other people and we're like, oh, I wish I had a body like that, and they're looking back at us thinking the same thing. People think that certain people can't or shouldn't have certain struggles because of their body types, when virtually all of us are having some, some negative and some difficult feelings with our bodies at some point in our lives. So generally, though, I'm feeling good about my body. I am grateful to it for bringing me this far. So that's me. What about everybody else?
Okay, well, me, Shianna, I have struggled, I would say, with my weight all my life. I've always been on the heavier side, and back then when I thought I was fat, well, now, it's like, well, I wasn't fat back then, because no, but I have personally been on a health journey, and a part of my business, encouraging people to eat healthy, exercise, and how that fits in with the body contouring. Me on my health journey, that has helped me to shed some pounds and love myself even more. But what I find, I was more confident being bigger than I am now. Like, even though I've lost the weight, I'm more self-conscious about what I wear, what I put on. So that's my journey in a nutshell.
That's interesting. I want to ask you, like, about that. Like, how are you more self-conscious now?
And when I was more plus size, I would say I was like, I'm the hottest thing. I could care less what anybody say about what I wear. Wearing the shortest pants didn't worry me. But now that I'm smaller, I'm like, no, I can't I can't wear that. I don't want people. So I don't know where it's coming from, but I know that I'm definitely more self-conscious now when it comes to clothing and what I wear. So really, I don't even know a set style, like what is my style now.
Okay, all right, thank you for sharing. Oh, I should have also said before Diloma continues that this episode might have a different-ish tone to other episodes that we've had in the past, because I really, kind of imagine it very podcasty and people just sharing their truths with everybody. Yeah.
Well, for me, my body journey is a bit different. I'm shorter in stature, and also I have a bone deformity that is vitamin D resistant rickets. So going through my journey, it's as if I had to experience going through knee corrective surgeries, then going into adolescence, becoming more curvier and full figured. I don't quite would say I was ever in a point where I wasn't confident, or I would have thought of myself in a negative way in terms of body image. But I mean, right now I think I'm good. I mean, I think, and I credit that to having a good support system, because coming from, you know, sisters who are confident in their shape, and you know, they would be like, oh, wear this, you know, even that you gotta show up my legs or something like that, you know, having that encouragement helps. So I'm thankful that I never really had a negative, you know, body image, but I would say over years, you know, I became more confident.
Yeah.
You know, I am.
Thank you.
Well, for me, you know, I am very, I can't say very skinny, I am skinny. But back then, when I was younger, I was like a strong stick.
Okay.
So I was very self-conscious, and I was thinking, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to be too skinny, and people say I'm malnourished. This time, I mean, family never used to feed me, but then the older I get, the more I recognize it's just the way my family is. We are very skinny people, and it can't change. But for now, I am somewhat in love with my body. But in a way, you go online and you see people looking, like for me as a non-binary gay guy, when I see people looking muscular and stuff, I be like, I want to look like that, why can't I look like that? But then again, I like eat and I like to work out. So then reality kick in, you're not going to like that if you don't work out.
So I mean, that's go by stush.
So then, exactly. Get your waist snatch, you know?
Yeah.
But from now, I am 99% happy with my body at this present time.
Okay.
I won't change it for a thing.
Love that. Huwella.
I would say, right, it's weird because when I was at my slimmest, I felt fatter, right? So now I am at my fattest, and I don't feel like I would wear anything.
And you do.
And
And you do.
And you look good.
And you look good doing it.
If I want to wear, I mean, because as a plus size girl and a big chested girl, right, there are certain styles that don't support me, right? So I am going to find a way for it to support me. Like that is my thing. Because if I want to wear it, I have to wear it, and not the picture that I have ain't going out to the head. So yeah, back then I felt, I guess I wasn't confident back then, like high school and them kind of things. And you know, just going up and, you know, I guess, no, maybe to me I get prettier.
I mean, I think it's like, although everybody have their insecurities that they think about, well, from what I'm understanding is that we never thought of ourselves in a low way. Like, of course, we had insecurities.
Yeah.
So maybe we overcame our insecurities, you know, with age and, you know, with acceptance.
Like right now, okay, well, to me, right now is my bones, I guess with age.
Okay, Granny.
No, you got the mega knees.
The mega knees are only kicking when I drink it.
And then got nothing to do with the knees.
Exactly.
Like regular.
And I show on the road, you all the cameras gonna catch
You're
you
gonna
in the
feel them knees after.
I'll be drinking and I'm not gonna feel it after. So, like, yeah, and also as a dancer, a plus size dancer too, because I dance for a Cola Tegra Manti, you know, the dance crew. Right? And as a plus size dancer, like, I try to keep fit, you know, and do all sorts of things. And for the show that we had, Tiffany was telling us that, like, you know, like a lot of people, they like to see the two fat people in the group dancing. So it's just all them things that just, you know, like, for me, do things that bring you joy.
Yeah.
And when you move, or like dancing is something that moving will help you know your body and feel your body and love your body. Yeah.
And people have this thing, if you're a thick girl, you're unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yes, that is.
And they also believe the opposite, that if you're slim, you're fit and healthy, which is also not true. Yeah. So it's time for us to like distance, you know, body types from ideas about health and fitness.
Exactly.
Because, and also like the measures that we use, like BMI and those kind of things, are based on entirely different races, different cultures, and so on, and don't take into account like where we are as Afro Caribbean people. So like, you know, there's so many nuances for us to look at. But I love the conversation, you know, that we just had and where it is going, and I would like to just get a bit more based on what different folks said. So Didi, you mentioned the support system and how important that was in just how you thought about yourself and what you were comfortable wearing, and you know, having sisters to be like, put it on. And I think that that is so important, right? Like when we have people who say, no, you look good in that, or try wearing this, or don't worry about your spots, because like I'm a person, you know, like I go online and I see everybody's talking about clean skin and stuff, and I have body acne and I've struggled with that like from childhood. And so it has really been helpful for me to have people say, no, you could wear the shorts, I don't. What's the big deal? It's been helpful for these folks here to be like, oh, so you're coming in this troop, whatever, because and I mean, like, my way to like test the waters and get myself feeling more comfortable, because sometimes you have to force yourself to do certain things to feel more confident, to feel more comfortable. I went away and played math somewhere else, and now I feel more comfortable to do that. But like anybody else, you know, also had that support system and found that that made a big difference in how they perceive their bodies.
In terms of what you said, when you said force yourself, because I mean sometimes like I would dress and I wouldn't like what I have on, like I'll be like, and then I'll be like, you know what, I'm changing. And then you'll find out when you go out, everybody, oh my God,
I love
you look
that,
so
yeah.
nice, and all in your head.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
in your head.
We're probably our harshest
Yeah.
critics. The people are nasty sometimes too, but I think a lot of us are harshest on ourselves. Anybody else has thoughts on the support system?
On support system, well, from since I've known myself, my mother used to always be, if you have it, flaunt it. that was her like motto. Like if you have it, flaunt it. So I mean, we are
My mom has bought me my shortest skirt.
like we as most parents, like maybe in high school and young adulthood growing up, would be like, no, you can't wear that. I mean, I was able to wear whatever I wanted, and I think I expressed my sexuality through that, in a sense. Now I'm, you know, stush mom, so, you know, the mom life. I'm trying to cover up more, but
You got people with a little bit.
Exactly.
yeah, but you know, step up where you know the tatters. You know.
But is it modesty like you're going for, or is it just, you know, you're feeling more self-conscious?
Not feeling more self-conscious, just me naturally just want
Trying to be more modest.
more.
This is your evolution. Like, this is where you're at in life. Okay.
Well, I mean, I could identify with that because me being an HR professional, you know, like professional Diloma, I have to, you know, be more covered. I'm more conscious to how I appear physically, especially in dress. But, you know, on the road,
It's
that's
a
a
different
different story. You know, I'm out to the office. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I could.
Well, for me, I'm trying to build a legacy and a brand for myself. I'm trying to be like an influencer, you should say. So for me, sometimes I have to like carry myself a certain way. I dress a certain way because I want to be like, well, let me just dress this way because, you know, people will be like, oh, he look nice. So I can do it too.
He's
That-
a
that's for me.
mysterious guy in the black jacket. You know, and the shades.
And to be honest, sometimes when I don't feel confident, I reach out to the Diloma and I say, no, I think I should do this. Like, you should wear this wig. I think I should wear this pants. And be like, here's a bad day. You should do it. Just go
But like with you, Amani, like I find your style is very fluid. So like you go from mass to feminine. So do you think also like I don't know, in terms of how you dress like that, are you conscious, self-conscious about it in terms of how it would appear to people, especially like we're in a Caribbean society, so you know people tend to be a bit more homophobic or so in that sense.
Sometimes I'm self-conscious. Sometimes I'm thinking about it. Sometimes, because I suffer from anxiety, sometimes it takes a lot for me to step out of the house the way I am, because I just be like second guessing everything, not down to the nails, down to the perfume I wear. Should I wear? I'm bad because but it just in my mind, I just it's a mental warfare for me. But then sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I really don't care.
Yeah, you force yourself.
I really do not care. And I just go out and just.
Well, Rihanna said, fake it
Fake it to the make it. I just go out and just spread my rainbow to the world, and then I noticed that people start to like it. So even more, I start to get confident, and I just start, you know what? I'm just going to go and be my authentic self.
Yeah. I think that is very true. That, I mean, what Diddy said is so true, and I think that, especially like when you are non-binary or you are, you know, any, I think, part of the queer community, especially, just like everybody else, like people want you to go in a box, like they want you to pick a side, like you're either masculine or you're either feminine, but you can't be both, and you can't like switch between. So I think though that when people are able to just, this is who I am, this is my authentic self, you find your tribe comes to you, and people can appreciate that more, right? Like just authenticity and being fully you, whoever that is. Okay, let's take a short break, and then we'll come back and continue the conversation about body positivity and dive more into the sexuality side of things. Stay tuned. Pleasure Pulse. We're back live, tuned into ZZ Online, and you're listening to your host Roma Richardson and my four guests here, Shianna, Diloma, Chris, and Huwella, and we are talking about body positivity and its connection to sexuality. So we've been talking so far, you know, about like struggles that we've had with our bodies, support systems, and how important they are for us to deal with any minor or major hurdles or questions that are crises that come up when it comes to our body. And so we will continue talking about it, but get more into the sexuality side of things. So before the show started, Shianna raised the point about some myths around who has sex and who they have sex with and certain things like that. But before we get right into it, because I'll give her some time to think about that, I just want to like paint the picture for what like the connection between body image and sexuality is. So, you know, sometimes, well, how we feel about ourselves, like privately by ourselves in our own space, will affect how we treat our body and share our bodies with other people. So it means that we might make decisions related to sexuality based on what we think about ourselves. So if we have particularly unhealthy self-image or body image, we might make unhealthy sexual decisions. And if we have a healthy body image and we know ourselves physically, we may have a better understanding of what we want, what our desires are, and things like that. You know, there are conversations about people only want to have sex with the lights off and with clothes on, and sometimes it, you know, has to do with not fully allowing ourselves or even our partners to explore our bodies because we are self-conscious. Sometimes it manifests in low self-esteem, and I was reading this article that talked about how it might actually affect women's ability to maintain arousal during a sexual experience if you have like particularly negative body image. So like if you're getting in your head about like how your breasts look, or how your vagina looks, or how your vagina feels, or you know, your rolls, or you know, different things like that, you know, it can really dry you up. So we talk about those things. Yeah, it can, you know, affect lubrication, which we talked about last week. So Shianna, you said that, not to put you on this spot, but it is. You said that, you know, there are some myths or stereotypes about like who fat girls have sex with or don't have sex with. Can you tell that to the audience and give us some insights?
On the stereotype?
Yeah.
Well, you know, they usually say fat girls would give it up easier, I guess because people feel they would be more insecure, or they would lower their standards because they feel, you know, maybe they can't get a certain guy, a certain quality of guy, or maybe they would be more quicker to accept whoever, you know, approach them, rather than, you know, wait and really see if this person is worth it.
Yeah.
In terms of, well, that's the stereotype.
Yeah.
But in terms of what you were saying with body positivity and the bedroom, I do have a YouTube video out, a plus size guide to a eggplant appointment. You can penis appointment. You can check it out. Stush Girl Shans on YouTube. But for me, in a nutshell, what I told my viewers is that to have a good experience in the bedroom as a plus size woman, you should follow the 5 senses. And the 5 senses are, you know, the sense of smell, the sense of taste as well, sense of touch, sight, and all of that. So with the sense of smell, you know, you make sure your hygiene is proper. I know they like to say something plus size women, you know, smell, but you do sweat more, so you should shower properly.
Unless the person you're having sex
I've
with
yet to
is into, you know, sweat. Because some people are. It's like some people do not want it. Yeah, they do not want it fresh. They want it a little funky. And yes, come after the gym. Yes, come after you. You know.
Well, I've yet to meet that guy. So
for yourself, but he does exist. Okay.
So you want to follow the sense of smell. Make sure your hygiene is, you know, A+. The sense of taste. Well, for the sense of taste, I just said, you know, be your natural self. You know, you don't want to put like perfume down there because perfume is bitter. So, you know, you want to have a nice natural taste. So, you know, be your natural self. For the sense of sight, be comfortable. And when you're in terms of lingerie, in terms of, you know, bedroom clothing, wear clothes that fit for your body type, so you can feel more comfortable in it. For the sense of touch, you want your skin nice and soft and supple, so, you know, you want to get into your butters. You know, we need the butters.
I think that fetish for dry skin.
Yeah.
I mean, if he has a fetish for dry skin,
the friction.
you know, avoid cream at all costs. And what was the last sense? What did I miss? Oh, the sense of sound. Well, for the sense of sound, you know, you want to get your moans down.
Okay.
You know, so you sound good in the bedroom. You know, you don't
So
want to
should
sound
practice.
good. So yeah, practice your moaning noises.
Natural.
Ain't gonna be natural.
It will be natural. It will come natural
If you
but
practice.
If you practice, you know,
Practice makes perfect.
Lol.
So, yes, those are just my little tips. You know, Shianna put you on.
Shianna, I watched the
Mama.
video when you posted it, and I was like, you want people to do this every time? Every time?
I mean, that's how I got Yazidi.
Now, what if you're not trying to get a Yazidi?
Be basic.
Thank you. Thank you for the summary. I think it was well appreciated and noted. Anybody else wants to share? Anybody else has any other stereotypes that they've heard about different bodies and sex? It's okay if not. No pressure. Okay. All right. So let's move on then a little bit. Carnival. Well, okay. I want to get to the carnival conversation, but I want to talk a bit more about what we talk about with lights on, lights off, and so on. Or somebody said to say your YouTube page again, Shianna. They missed it.
Stush, S-T-U-S-H,
Yeah.
Gyal, G-Y-A-L, Shans, S-H-A-R-N-Z.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And I can probably post it in my WhatsApp for those who are on my WhatsApp afterwards. So thank you. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about like just in the bedroom and ooh, and how we show up or don't show up there. And of course, you know, you can speak in the hypothetical, you know, you don't have to speak to specific instances and so on. But anybody can share like what they have found works for them in terms of increasing or guaranteeing their comfort, confidence in the bedroom, other than going in as your authentic, confident self. What are some things that have helped you in those moments? Music. Okay. Oh, and it could also be like solo moments. So solo sex. Are there things that help you to feel more confident, more comfortable? Music. What kind of music? Like Vibes Cartel or like Adele?
It depends.
Well, for me, it's a mixture because I know that I'm really into dancehall music, but old school dancehall, crap. But like Vibes Cartel and Spice and Ninja Man and Ole Son and stuff. And then and then you know, if you want to like impress the guy,
Okay.
you don't have to be impersonal and before you just put on like I might not love Beyonce, put on a Beyonce dance, me and just dancing and FaceTime.
Okay. And that also helps to make you feel more
Yeah,
confident.
but
Yeah.
it takes a lot. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, my anxiety just be like, why am I doing this?
I didn't give up after that one. It's like this is not.
Yeah.
This is not.
It'll be like, this is a coffee shop.
But at least it helps, at least initially. So that's good. Anybody?
And weed.
And weed.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna save the conversation about sex and weed for another time. Stay tuned in for when it's fully legalized. We can talk about it. But yeah, okay, good to know.
Send your naked pictures to your friends. They can tell you how you look good.
What? I'm too scared.
People do that. I have
do
never.
that. I randomly take a picture of myself and send Shianna and I'm like,
Okay.
when she answered before, I was like, titty in the screen.
And that's part of the support system, right?
That's
Okay.
the support system. She'll be like, you look good, you know, my friend look good, you know.
Okay. And that prepares you.
So you
Got
don't
it.
fully skinned out.
I don't
Oh, you don't have to be graphic.
send Chanel.
Everything. Chanel, if you're listening, you're appreciated.
I should have biased again. Lol. If I sit there and the only thing they told me.
Recognize you by age, Chanel would be able to do that.
Okay. Anybody else wants to share on that?
just about setting the ambiance. You know, sometimes you want a little light. Sometimes you want to be, fully dark.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think them things does bother me. I mean, when I'm home by myself, I'm completely
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to sleep and get up and everything and feel happy. And to me, when you walk naked and you watch yourself, after a while you get accustomed to seeing yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe that is another way. Just look
Yeah.
at yourself naked.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Appreciate your body.
Yes.
God give it to you.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hey,
Some love to you.
Carnival is coming up. I've been trying the diets and the exercise, and I mean, whatever body's there, Ultra would have I don't even know if the costume would fit. I would be there, I could plug Jasmine. No, they not plug Jasmine. But yeah, Jasmine does do alterations, so I will be there.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe on the Carnival costume.
Yeah.
Okay.
On you.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to share on that?
Rock Carnival.
Well, not on a carnival, but like things that have helped you in the bedroom. Okay.
Definitely music, I would say. Yeah, but you have to have the right playlist for the mood. Because in all the time you're going to be in a 90s R&B mood.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to need a Cartel Come Home and the Idonia,
Yeah,
So-
and the Dexter Daps.
And the Dexter Daps.
Yeah.
So, I'm not really a Dexter Daps kind of girl, but I'm a Cartel Spice kind of girl. So,
Okay.
yes.
For me, it's not necessarily about getting in the mood, but like how I became more confident in the bedroom is like I used to look for porn specifically with women who look like me. So like Pinky and women who have short stature. Yeah, I find like that helped me.
Yeah.
Become more
yeah.
confident and be like, oh, maybe I need to try this. Yeah, I can do that.
I think that's helpful, and like Amani, you did talk about very early about like images online. Like you have your feelings about your own body, and then you might go online and you see something that looks entirely different. I think it's really helpful when you go online and you see people who look like you, who have the same peculiarities, uniqueness that you do, because then okay, well, ain't just me, men alone, like there are people that really can help.
Yeah, like that I read on Instagram, they say, are you really not looking at following people that look like you? Are
Yeah.
you really?
No, I know.
Are you never?
I think
But it's true.
sometimes we don't want to follow people who don't like us sometimes, so we could just say to yourself, I will look like that one of these.
Yeah.
But in reality,
Sometimes it's unrealistic,
Yeah.
because sometimes the people that we're looking at online don't even look like that
exactly.
in real life. It's edited, it's adjusted, it's medical, it's surgical, it's like so many things, which is like no problem to that
okay.
if you want to do that, but we have to aspire for things that are realistic and achievable to us, otherwise we'll just stress ourselves even more. Somebody said sexting or sending pics helps if you feel uncomfortable about your body, and it can help to introduce that side to someone before you meet them physically. So it's like giving them a preview, I suppose, like this is what I look like, so that you can
Well, I was gonna say something like, okay, I think that is important, like an important step to getting to know somebody, because you could kind of gauge their sexual confidence too. Like if I ask a guy for like a penis pic, and he might be reluctant, or if he, not necessarily how it looks, but it's just the pose and everything, you could really tell the confidence of a guy. So
yeah.
I
don't know what you mean.
I know what you mean, because I always say, show me what you're working with, because I ain't gonna waste my time.
But it's also like,
But
do you know your angles? Do you know yourself? Like, maybe even, because lots of us like take nude pictures even if we might not ever send them to somebody. So like, you could tell if somebody accustomed to taking nude pictures and accustomed to admiring themselves that way. So I think it's an important point. One thing that I found has helped me is also like having sex with the right people. So like, you don't go into situations with people who hate your body, hate how you look, and make those things clear. And I think people do. So it really helps when, you know, all of the things that you are self-conscious about, the person is clearly unbothered by, clearly helps. Maybe even you celebrate those things. It's like, actually, I like whatever, like I have beards in my face, and my partner always like, let me make sure you walk with the tweezers. And it's like, okay, I hear that and I feel that you love me, I appreciate it. Like, it's really like very appreciated. So I think everybody needs that support system. And like, sometimes, you know, as we only talk about men, sometimes we think that men also don't have struggles with their bodies or like thoughts about, you know, image and so on, but men absolutely do. They might not verbalize it, but they absolutely do. So that's body image and sexuality and things that have helped us feel more comfortable in the room. A very like abbreviated conversation. And somebody said something, let me just read it out. Porn affects the way that we look at sex, because not everybody is rolling with the same thing. It sets unrealistic expectations. Absolutely. So like, don't prepare for sex with somebody by watching porn and expecting to replay that with the person, or expecting people to have bodies that look like bodies on mainstream porn, because that's not gonna happen. Just go on Twitter. Yeah, like amateur porn with like more realistic bodies, with hair, with people who do things that bodies do, like a little queef or whatever, you know, like watch actual human made porn. But we can, you know, the time is running out as usual. That was an abbreviated conversation, but I do want us to talk about Carnival. And you know, we mentioned things like inclusivity, and I don't know if Carnival will, it's kind of it's not like other places here, but I don't know, do y'all feel like Carnival is inclusive enough in terms of like bodies? Because I know some troops also say like they don't go past a certain size, and like, what do y'all think? Or that doesn't happen here?
Some troops say that?
That doesn't happen here? I definitely have seen that for other troops.
What I've seen now is the Carnival troops now are more catering for the big girls, which is a good thing. Back then, there was like, oh, come on.
Hugo said,
No.
they only used to do things for the skinny girls, them, and like one section for big girls. Like, really?
I think
most of the mass camps, from what I saw, did a good job of including, you know, plus size girls for this year.
Yeah, about this year.
But I'm not playing.
Okay, no. Plus size, yes, but big busted, no. Because when I was looking for my size, or even an option to say what my size was,
it
was not there. So all I do is pick the biggest size and just
know that you had to adjust it.
Pray to God.
Oh, okay.
Or adjust it. So that is what happens. Yes, they are inclusive, but in terms of like I said, the bus size, I don't think that they really delve into that aspect. Because even there are some people that ain't even gonna titty.
Yeah.
What they gonna choose?
Topless.
Well, you see, for me, like, I wonder sometimes, okay, now we're in a inclusive space where you have to, you know, show representation. So yes, they would post up a picture of a full figured girl, but when you look at she belly is much flatter compared to the
it's true.
average girl. The breast is not as big. So when you look at the costumes itself, that is really have to look like, okay, can I really, because even me, I'm curvier, so I have to look at breast support and everything, and then I'm like, well, how I could wear this on the road and not have a, you know, nips or something.
Boob tape at House of Stuff.
But I mean, you know, that is where I kind of think they kind of miss the mark with the inclusivity. Like, it's not just about having a plus size model. You know, you have to look at it as a overall thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think, images and imagery are so important. Like what you post in the tourism ads, what you post out there to advertise Carnival in the country, the models that you choose when you're launching your troops and so on, those kinds of things. Like, because I'm like, I don't look like any of these people. I don't have the hips, did nothing. So like,
I must say,
You could
the Juve
plug
troops here, they do have plus size girls modeling.
Yeah.
It's only the
camps that
They want to, like, because I think the mascot now they are trying to be more like Trinidad and America.
which
So the girl
don't
to
have,
be like a cope out of shape. If she think like, oh no, we don't want, you want to cope out of shape with the plate boobs and the pretty skin and the thing. I'm like, that's not real though.
Yeah.
That's not real.
Yeah.
I want to see somebody real.
Right. We want to see different kinds of people. We want to see
No,
people with
I do
physical
want to
disabilities. Right. She's open. So, and it's like, if I can see somebody who looks like me, I know that there's space
Yeah.
for me. Right. So it also helps. So the people who are unsure of whether or not this thing will fit them. Okay. So, in terms of are these the bodies that Carnival
is
is getting? Because
Yeah.
that's what people that say. Carnival can get whatever body.
But I would like to plug my business. This
try
does
to.
not have to be the body that Carnival gets, because we have at least like 2 weeks before. 3 weeks, and you could pack in a 5-session package with me for just $800. So at me, Sculpt by Stush, I got you, and we're gonna get that belly flat, and if you want the bum plumped up, yes, I got you. So just at me, and Carnival will get that body.
Yeah, we're gonna eat ice and drink hot water.
Realistic expectations that
okay.
do not unalive you in the process. Go ahead.
Well, for me, for Carnival prep, I've been, taking my dieting and exercising more seriously. So I'm 15 pounds down now. So yeah, I think I like Carnival. I like everything about it. I think, it's part of our culture, and it's important that I think everybody should experience Carnival. I wasn't necessarily like the most out there person, but to really, be on the road, be in the spotlight, and just have everybody embrace you and cheer you on and on the road. I make sure all you pass in front of me and give me an answer.
Of course.
Yeah, Carnival is a nice experience.
For me, Carnival gets in, Ultra, don't get anywhere everybody again. I can't be bothered. Well, I went to the Ultra Fitness 2 times and it really after see results.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for that.
And you just holler at me
Since
get
yesterday.
those abs popping.
Yes.
But I think it's like we put a lot of pressure on our body.
Because it sounds like
I think we do,
it
because
sounds
you'll be
like
oh my God,
it.
how we gonna look in the costume? How we
Yeah.
gonna take pictures and people gonna see it's a hot girl season. We have to look good in the costume. People gonna chat to us.
Because I ain't gonna lie, part of why I started to exercise preparing for Carnival was because I saw like them put out a picture of me. I don't want to look like that. So yes, I think we kind of put a bit too much pressure on ourselves to really look. And I don't think it has to be that serious.
No, because at the end of the day, you don't be in the wood drunk.
And what are you going for? Like, are you going? I mean, and you could part of it could be going for the pictures and things like that, but mostly you're going for the experience, right? To have fun.
I know I'm going to look good, so no, I got to look good. No, I'm going to look good.
But of course, you will look good. But at the end of the day, it's to have fun. You're gonna spend your ton of money just to
Yeah.
But up to now, you didn't teach me how to dance.
You gotta be in the mood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta be on the floor.
Somebody asked, are you putting yourselves through it because it's the body you want for yourself or what you think people expect of you? Because part about the fitness things, I mean, I have started, I mean, I've, gym regularly-ish, but I'm really like trying to go hard now because I'm very unfit and I want the endurance and stuff for Carnival. And there's little things about your body that you want to change, but is that like for other people or is it for yourself? Is it something that you're going to sustain after Carnival or like you drop off? So like, what do y'all think about that?
For me, I never exercise enough, so obviously it's not for Carnival. I am telling myself after Carnival
you will start.
Because I was gymming and I was doing all them things earlier up in the year, and I guess life has been life.
Yeah.
So
which it does.
And that's okay.
I fall off on it, but for me it's more
A health journey.
Yes.
Make sure the knees them working still. If I do some, I pop out.
Yeah.
That is what it's about, not necessarily just for appearance. No.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's the body that I want because this is not my first year on the road. This is my 4th year. So I know how my body can look, and I'm more, trying to get back to that. And then I also think it's just for me, like I'm doing this for me, not necessarily for the road. It's about becoming healthy, and so on. It's a continuous journey. It's not necessarily something that I just started for Carnival, but just so that Carnival gonna be where I put it on display to show off my hard work.
Okay, got you.
For me, I don't know. Because sometimes it will be for me, and sometimes it will be just to look good on the road. Because let me tell you, that time I went in for a drag pageant in May, and I was working out every day, and I reached my goal, but it looked good. But as soon as I finish the pageant, I just be like, I don't need to work it anymore. I don't do it. It's same with Carnival. So I'm working out now, and as soon as Carnival done, I'm gonna be like, I don't need to do this shit anymore.
Do you think like influencers would feel more pressured to have their body looking right for the road?
Yes, but I don't want to call myself influencer, but I am. For me,
you said that earlier.
For me, yes, because a lot of people looking at us, and we got to look a certain way. People like, oh my God, I have to look good because everybody looking at me, so I have to make sure my abs day, thing, my belly day, my back, my chest is high, my face is smooth, everything is set. And then as soon as Carnival finish, it's done. And a lot of people just criticize influencers, so just be like, oh, y'all just trying to be perfect, y'all just feel y'all more than people, da.
No, I could relate to that too, because at the time I said, as a person that has a boutique, I can't go there, good. Yeah. Be like, they don't want to shop in the store. So she never got nothing good. Yeah. So of
she
course,
don't know the fashion.
An element of
to appear and make appearances and make sure you just good.
Yeah.
I think it's the same for me also, like doing sculpting people body and then going on the road with a hog body, and I'll be like, she's sculpting people. So that definitely is like something I always self-conscious about, like people. And if like I see like I'm trying and may see results as fast, I would be like, well, people gonna be like, she look big and she's sculpting people. So I would say it's for myself, but the people in the back still,
Okay. All right, well, thank you all for sharing those experiences. I think it's been a really insightful conversation. We've talked about struggles, but we've also talked about supports and things that have gotten us through different times, the impact of images that we see on other bodies, Carnival and inclusivity, and so on. So I want to end with affirmations. And this is me like making it really sapsy. If y'all have any affirmations body wise that you can share with the audience listening.
Love yourself.
That's what you tell yourself. Love yourself.
Yes, goody, you look good. You're gonna kill them today.
Love that. Love that one.
Okay, so I don't know if it's an affirmation or whatever, but everybody has insecurities. If the slimmest, the hottest of body still have insecurities.
Yeah.
So really and truly, like, just live life.
Live life.
Live life.
So you go in your mirror and you just say, live
Live
life.
life.
Live life.
Today we're going to live life.
Live life, be stush.
Exactly. I just tell
Live
myself,
life,
I'm
be
this
stupid.
I need that on a
could be on a
t-shirt.
shirt.
And a bumper sticker.
I just tell myself, my number one thing is be patient with yourself,
Mhm.
and you need to remember at all times you are the prize.
You are the prize. I am the prize.
Tell my boyfriend
I
all
am the
time.
prize.
Like, I am the
I am the prize. So you
am
look
the
in your
prize.
mirror and you say,
I'm the main
Prize.
character in my
yeah,
story.
yeah.
Exactly.
You're having a moment that's not going well. You say, I am the prize.
This is the whole
I like
production.
that one. I like that one. Okay, thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of Pleasure Pulse. Thank you to my wonderful guests for being here this evening. I really appreciate it and enjoyed the conversation. We'll see you all in the next episode. Have a good night. Remember to stay safe. Talk to yourself well. Talk to yourself good. Don't let nobody treat you like turkey neck when you're oxtail. That's my personal. That's my personal affirmation. That's my personal affirmation. And just be well. Take care of each other, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Remember, you are the Beyonce.
You are the Beyonce, not the
Not
not the Michelle, you know?
No, not
Sorry, not the Michelle.
the Latoya.
Latoya. I didn't even remember.
Exactly.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Take care. Bye.